I was in quite a predicament. Personally, I've had some health issues. So yeah, I took the leap and alhamdulillah, it's groundbreaking for me. See, in the first 6 weeks, I made rapid improvement.
This is my client and brother Sowa. Tired of feeling out of shape and sluggish, he came to me for guidance on improving his physical health, and in the first month, Sowa dropped weight, shredded a lot of belly fat, and feels incredible. I interviewed Sowa on his fitness journey so far, so make sure you listen up, pay attention, and drop a comment congratulating Sowa on his transformation. Sowa, alhamdulillah, you are now within your phase 3 of the Islam Blueprint. We've been training together for the last few months now. And within your first month, bro, you've been able to make quite the transformation. Allah Mabarak, may Allah reward you and, accept it from you as well. Before we even get into the transformation though, man, who were you before we started working together? Where were you physically, mentally, and even emotionally, bro?
Wow, don't know where to start. It's quite yeah. If I'm to reflect on the emotional, mental, physical state, it's quite a bag, quite a bag of stuff. There's a lot of baggage that I had to deal with. So yeah, I was in quite a predicament, like challenge and mental state where I didn't really have clarity of what the next step is for me in my life, yeah. And I knew one of the biggest factors for that was my physical well-being. Personally, I've had some health issues, chronic autoimmune conditions that I've been managing for the last 5 to 6 years. I've had like prior injuries and accidents that I've had, which have kind of held back my fitness over the years. And in my 20s, I didn't really think about, the implications of all of these things. When I, encountered the autoimmune health issues, I also didn't really deep how bad it is. Until I kind of came into my 30s, and now I've got 2 kids, and I realized, wow, every other year I'm facing a flare up. I'm facing like turbulent periods with my health, and every year that goes on, it feels like the battle is harder. I don't know if that was because of my lack of physical fitness. Whether it's I think that was a major contribution towards how well I was able to deal with these bumps along the road. So yeah, this year I've been really, really like thinking deep about how I could change my life, and I realized that I needed to start with fixing my physicality, because that would rub off in all other aspects, like my duties to my family, my children, my iman, and like that would give me the energy to do more. So before Ramadan, I started to go to the gym, but at that point, I still didn't really have any clarity as to how I'm going to approach it and what the roadmap looks like. So in Ramadan, it literally came to a standstill, and I was like, I'll get back on it after Ramadan, which I did, because I was still motivated. That motivation, to fix my situation, not really fix, because I don't know, you can't really fix an autoimmune condition, and that was the root driver of why I wanted to make this change. So yeah, after Ramadan, I started to get back into the gym. I made a plan for myself this time. Yeah, so I had a bit of a roadmap, and then 3 or 4 weeks in, I realized, what, I'm getting somewhere, but still, I don't know how, what the next step looks like. And I realized that the journey isn't one phase and one way of approaching your fitness regime. along the whole journey from start to end. So that's when I started to explore the option of online coaching. And yeah, man, obviously going through your content and stuff, I've been following you for many years, and you've always been inspirational. So yeah, and you were one of the first options that sprung to mind. So yeah, Alhamdulillah, I realized at that point you were also like promoting the Ihsan Blueprint. So yeah, I took the leap, and Alhamdulillah, it's been like groundbreaking for me, because it's just setting the plan, the blueprint, in the different stages that they are. It's obviously in the first 6 weeks I made rapid improvement, and I saw the changes really fast. So that's what gave me assurance. We just concluded phase 2, and yeah, alhamdulillah, looking forward to phase 3.
So, I mean, when you first, reached out, or when you first kind of saw me promoting Ihsan Blueprint, were you, skeptical or nervous? Was there anything that you were skeptical or nervous about it? Did you think that, maybe will this actually work or anything like that?
I think you nurtured me well, bro. Subhanallah, yeah. Nah, I had no doubt, man, honestly. It seemed like, you had us, come on, the proof is in you yourself, as your personal brand, the way you carried yourself on your content. It spoke volumes, right? It's like, it was clear that you knew what you were doing, and you can help people like me make that leap, like take that step to make that difference, when otherwise you can't, because on your own it's quite difficult. So yeah, I didn't have any doubts, and so far, alhamdulillah, it's been going well. But yeah, there's more to come, more results to see. The end goal looks a lot more different than now. So yeah, just want to push on and get there.
Yeah, 100%, man. We've still got a lot of work to do. Again, you're in your phase 3. We actually do have another phase to go after phase 3 as well, inshallah. But I wanted to also ask, the systems, the workouts, the check-ins, the support and the accountability. Was that like a big help?
Yeah, definitely. I think being able to have that, communication through the app, Trainerize, being able to, I think one of the most, how do I explain it? One of the critical factors for me was being able to track. So yeah, the Trainerize app does have that feature and functionality where you can track each and every workout, and what your volume is, how much weight you're pushing, and then be able to progress every other day, every time you go into the gym, you know where you left off, and picking up from there. So that's made the progressive overload so much more seamless. Also, moving from phase 1 to phase 2, it was really good, because you changed up the workouts and the exercises to adjust accordingly to how I was feeling, and the gains that I was making in terms of strength. So yeah, there was a couple of times where I recall some of the workouts were causing me discomfort due to like existing injuries, like on my shoulder and stuff, and you were able to adjust it. So yeah, it's been a pleasure working with you, bro, and the communication as well has been really good.
Amazing, bro. And bro, that's just amazing to hear for me as well. That I've been able to benefit you and help you through your journey, bro. And inshallah ta'ala, we're just gonna keep going. I was just gonna ask, again, you mentioned, I don't know if you mentioned it at some point already, but you've got a family, right? You're a husband, you're a father. How, and you obviously work as well. We're not gonna pay it out, but you work for a very, very good company in a very, very good position as well. MashaAllah, how are you able to fit, your training around your family and work and travel and stuff like that? Did you find that within Islam Blueprint we helped you do that? We helped you kind of maintain that consistency.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, ultimately, had these factors in family and children even before when I'd gone to the gym, and I've still not been able to hold on to the routine and consistency. I used to drop off and in and out, I used to stop, start, and yeah, this time it was something different. It was more like a mindset shift, but at the same time, having that mentor, having that fitness coach to talk to, and also someone who's relatable in my journey as well, because you're also a father, and you're part of the Bangladeshi community as well.
Yes.
So, um, yeah, having that someone you could talk to and go through your challenges and be able to some sort of confidence and reassurance to push ahead, and that it kind of helps. I mean, I think it's a major factor, to be honest. So yeah, it's more than just having a set plan and then following the blueprint. Just having that coach to kind of share your issues and challenges, to help you tailor and stay motivated towards the goal. It's a no-brainer, to be honest. And yeah, but ultimately, anyone who comes on any sort of program, whether it's Sun Blueprint or anywhere else, you need to bring a massive load of determination and willpower to ultimately change your life, because nothing's going to change your life. No blueprint. It's going to set the path straight and put the stakes in the ground, which you need. It's vital, just like Islam Blueprint did for me. If you don't have the willpower, then you're not going to turn up when the workouts get tough, because some of these workouts, I'm telling you, they are deadly. They are deadly. I never used to do workouts to such intensity. Like literally, I feel like I'm on the brink of passing out most of the time. So yeah, but that's how I know that this is some serious stuff. The blueprint, the workouts, the exercise, how it's been set up, how it's been curated. It's got intention behind it, and the intention is to kill you, to literally, push you into the fire, and you need to come out from the fire, feeling the pain. But with that comes the growth, and I can definitely feel the gains. I definitely feel like I'm a lot stronger. Like even visually, like it gives you more confidence, because you can see when you put your clothes on that your belly's no longer popping out. It's not. It's like you say, your belly's not walking into the room before you. I think that was one of your montages or reels. But yeah. Yeah, you can definitely feel it in your clothes. It gives you confidence. So definitely rubs off in other aspects of your life. And yeah, you feel good mentally, physically, and when you see the results, that's when you want to keep on going. So yeah, alhamdulillah, I've been consistently going like 4 days a week with a level of like activity and consistency I've never reached in my life before. And hands down, I can say I've been seeing the results. Alhamdulillah.
That's amazing, bro. I remember there was one point that we shared together where I think there was actually those 2 points actually where you showed your scale results, and another time you shared your first transformation pictures. So after phase one, and that's when we were both like, whoa, like what was that moment
So,
like for you, man?
to be honest, I remember not realizing what a difference it was until we had the call, and then you put it up on the screen. You shared your screen, and it was on a bigger screen. I was like, all of a sudden, it seemed like, whoa, it's like glaring at me, the difference. And I was like, ah, you know what? This is amazing. And made me feel good about myself. Made me feel like, you know, hands down, I made the right choice. So, yeah, I think if anyone's on the fence, feeling like the same way, 9 to 5, fatherhood, family, busy, you're always going to make excuses, man. You're always going to make excuses, but you know, you need to prioritize your health. Yeah, work, family, kids are always going to get in the way, but you need to prioritize your health because once you make that step, you realize how valuable it is, and how it will help you in your mission as a father, as a husband, and whatever other endeavors and projects that you're doing. So, yeah, bro.
Alhamdulillah. Bro, I just want to say, we're gonna wrap up now. But I just want to say again, man, I'm super just proud of what you've accomplished, bro. More than anything, I go into your calendar and I see your workouts and even just your habits, because we don't only set workouts, but we set like daily habits, such as the spiritual win, the mental win, as well as the physical win, of course. And bro, you're just super consistent. You show up, you trusted the process, and you're getting the results. You're getting the fruits of your labor, man. So Allah Mubarak, man. May Allah bless you. May Allah accept it from you, and may it be a means of course, just you, of course, getting good deeds, but also just you know living a better life, having a life where you're just more confident in yourself, Allah Mubarak, bro. And have it be beneficial to just everything overall, your mental health, your spiritual health, everything, inshallah. And from this video now, I can assume that if people want results like you, they know where to go now, inshallah ta'ala. And may it be a means of me, of course, helping so many Muslims become fit, become healthy, because that's the ultimate goal, right? The ultimate goal is to help Muslims become their best self, inshallah, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because our bodies are an amana, their responsibility. So yeah, man, before we close off, any last words, bro?
No, I said, yeah, just want to say, bro, it's been a pleasure so far, and yeah, looking forward to the rest of the journey and the roadmap, and the phase 3 starting this week. So yeah, hopefully at the end of the final phase, we'll be able to do a final wrap on it as well.
Yes,
Inshallah.
sir. Yes, sir. So amazing, bro. Alhamdulillah, man. Alright, guys, thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
So,